are not just people.
Oh yes.
You are not just Lord.
He's the great God.
You are a great God. Say you are God. Oh.
You are God.
Come on, you are not just people. You are not just Lord. You are great. Say, one more time. Say, you are big, big. Let me see you see how bad you're getting. Come on. Oh, you are great. Say you are big. Oh. You are Lord. Oh. You are great. One more time. Say you are big. Oh. Come on. Say great, great. Oh yeah, lift him up, lift him higher. Oh lift him up, oh yeah, lift him higher.
Lift God higher.
Oh yeah, lift him up, oh yeah, lift him higher. Oh yeah, lift him higher. Oh higher, higher. Oh lift him higher. Oh higher, higher. Oh lift him higher. Hey, oh mulu emelu, oh mulu emelu, oh mulu emelu,
Higher, higher. Higher, higher. Higher, higher.
Come on, lift your hands and lift them up. Come on, lift his name on high.
Now listen, I want you to begin to shake your body. Now I want the talking drummer to begin to talk. And the trumpeter. Now, I want the trumpeter to talk.
Come on. Oṣùbàrà o, ọba tá ò bí, tàbí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀. Oṣùbàrà rẹ̀, Oṣùbàrà o.
Oṣùbàrẹ̀rẹ̀ o.
Hallelujah.
Oṣùbàrẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Ọba tá ò rí tá ń rí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀. Oṣùbàrẹ̀rẹ̀ o.
Oh, we say
Oṣùbàrẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Oṣùbàrẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Ọba tá ò rí tá ń rí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀. Oṣùbàrẹ̀rẹ̀.
Oṣùbàrà rẹ̀ o.
Oṣùbàrẹ̀rẹ̀ o.
Come on, give him the highest praise.
Oṣùbàrẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Ọba tá ò rí tá ń rí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀. I still want you to dance. Now I need a trumpeter. Begin to give me. Now let the trumpeter talk. Aha, aha, aha. Now listen. I still want you to shake your body. Shake your body. Aha. Now hear this one. Now hear this one. My lifetime, I will give God my lifetime.
Come on, say
Lifetime. I want a talking drummer to talk. When I give my lifetime, He will take care of me. I want the basis, Kabaka. I want you to wake up. Wake up.
oh my lifetime. say, lifetime. Come on. I will give God my life. Oh, my lifetime, my lifetime. Oh, I will give God. When
If I give God my lifetime,
come on.
He will take care of me.
He will never
never let me down.
come on. Hallelujah, eh. Come on.
Hallelujah, hallelujah,
He's the song of victory. Hallelujah, hallelujah, let the sound of rejoicing be. Come on, shout hallelujah.
Somebody give God a mighty clap offering. If you know, may I tell you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are having a Thanksgiving service today, and the theme for this month of July is God's manifestation. Do you know the meaning of God's manifestation? In the next few minutes you will know. And that manifestation is what you are taking home. I just want you to wave your two hands. Begin to wave your two hands. And begin to say good things that you know.
You are good.
Let me lead the worship myself. Yeah. Just begin to say good things. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. Unto the Lord be the glory. Great things He has done. Unto the Lord be the glory. Great things He has done. I say, great things He has done. Give me a string. Greater things He will do. Unto the Lord be the glory. We give glory to that. Listen, I want you to wave your hand, wave your hand. Give glory to that Lord. He reigns. We give know that the one who allowed you to witness this month is still on the throne. Just wave your hand. Yeah, na na no. Yeah, na na no. Yeah, na na no. Suma boso. Ayende. Na yende. Nayende, ebeso, yenanano, 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 sumaboso, Jesus Christ, oh come on, sorry, Jesus Christ, oh come on, and I say, sorry, I just wanted to wave your hands and keep and close your eyes. Let's wait for a few minutes. The Spirit of the Lord is here. Thank you, Father. Just imagine that some people, they witnessed last month, but they are not alive today. But you and my good self, we are alive. Wave your hands to me. Wave your hands in appreciation. Thank you, Father. Begin to say good things you do. Begin to worship. It deserves the worship. It deserves the praise. Now hear the songwriters, what it says. When our backs hit the wall, and it seems as if it was over, He made a way. You made a way. Just say it. That's wave your hand. You made a way. You made a way. When our backs hit the wall, and it looks as if it was over. You made a way. As we stand significance of God's manifestation and the reason why we are thanking Him. Thank God for Friday. We discover one mighty prophetic revelation. Let God do it. This morning I told you we are going to thank Him. We give our thanksgiving, we give our prophetic, give our tithe and normal offering. In this commission, the first Sunday, we thank Him. Now, briefly, let me just open your eyes for you to understand what the kingdom, what it deserves. Then we now switch into another worship and praise. Charles should get ready before we close by 7:55. Now listen. God's manifestation is what we are thanking Him for. Now let's start from somewhere. What is God's manifestation? For many of us have been to many places. They have packaged God to us in a different manner. But I said something of recent, just now. The God I'm talking about is the fountain of truths. The unbeatable God, the infallible God, the one you cannot compare to any other God, the greatest man of war, our buckler, our shield. Now listen, if we are talking about God's manifestation, we are talking about God's glory. Is it not good for you before you depart from here to carry God's glory? It's more than money. It's more than connection. It's more than our certificate or degree that we have obtained from so many institutions. But let me show you what can bring that thing out. Now, if you are born again Christian, you know you are a genuine one. Let's open our Bible to 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 15. We shall read together. Then you see wonderful thing that Paul said. I thank God for the life of Apostle Paul, for undeniable revelation that God gave to him. Because he went deep and he was able to bring out what it takes for the manifestation of God to be seen in our lives. Now let's read together 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 15. Read louder. For 1, 2, let's go. For all things are for your sake. Hallelujah. Somebody say all things. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Now Paul said all things are for your sakes. All things, all things. I don't know what you are thinking in your mind. But Paul, scripturally, he has given it a scriptural validity. All things are for our sakes. That means if he says all things are for our sakes, then no power, no principality. Then the key to bring all things to you, Paul gave it to us in this verse. And let's go further. Let's read together again. That the abundance of grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of what? Of God. In other words, Paul was telling us, your thanksgiving to God bring all things that are for our sake to our doorsteps. So I will not waste your time. You saw that when I mounted the podium, you saw that the Spirit is already in me. And I want to worship Him. I want to thank Him. That's why David said he knew what thanksgiving meant. He knew what he would get. He said in Psalm 100 verse 4, he said, enter into His gate with thanksgiving and enter into His court with praise, and be thankful and bless his name. If you don't thank him, mighty things will not happen. The glory of God will not descend upon our lives. But if we thank him the way we're supposed to thank him, the glory of God will descend. There are different things that we are looking for. But in this kingdom, everything we are doing, everything have its own connotation. Prayer, we do the things of prayer. Thanksgiving, we make the glory to come back. If I say the glory will come back, meaning there are some things that belongs to you that you have struggled, but thanksgiving can bring those things to you. Meaning that there are some things that they said they will not release. Thanksgiving can bring those things back. Meaning that some people said they are going to terminate your life. Thanksgiving can sustain you to still be alive. Then in conclusion, above all, let me tell you, the kingdom-minded person knew this from inception, that God created him not because of the work he's doing, not because of the family or wife or children, but God created him to worship him. Revelation chapter 4, verse 11. And let's see what the Bible says. Praise God. Somebody at home. Look at what the Bible says. It said, thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive words. The same glory that Paul said is coming back. I don't know when you lost your glory, this morning you will get the glory back. If I were you, my amen will be dynamic. And that glory, Bible says, is not coming as a result of fasting. Bible says it's not coming as a result of prayer. The good news says the glory is coming back as a result of our thanksgiving, as a result of our worship, as a result of our praise. Say it will come back. And I can see the glory coming back. Whether the enemy likes it or not, for good 10 minutes we are going to praise and worship him before we close. It will come back. Let me just share a testimony briefly. A wedding ceremony was about to be conducted. The bride was sitting in the auditorium. The bridegroom was coming through the back door. He slumped and he died. At that moment, what type of prayer are we going to pray that all the people in the congregation and the people that they have invited will not hear? They will know that something that is not palatable has happened. The pastor filled with the kingdom mentality, he said, no, don't shout, don't pray, just begin to wave your hand and begin to worship the Lord and begin to praise the Lord. They did it not less than 7 minutes. The bridegroom came back to life. What is it that is dead in your life? As we are going to worship him now, those things will come back. The instrumentalists get set now. The choir gets set. And look at what he said. Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power. For thou hast created all things for thy pleasure. They are and were created. Can you be on your feet? And lift up your two hands. We want to worship him. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God. That is who you are. Lift up your two hands. Waymaker,
Miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Hey, you are here, moving in our midst.
oh yes,
Hey,
I worship you,
yeah,
I worship you.
you are here,
You are here,
yeah, touching every life. Hey,
I worship you,
oh, hey,
I worship you.
you are here. Hey, you are making every heart who say,
I worship you. I want to worship you.
I will.
Waymaker, miracle
You
worker,
say,
promise keeper,
I am the God. Hey,
my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness.
You wipe away your tears. You make the broken heart. You're the answer to it all. Hey, Jesus. Hey, you wipe away your tears. You make the broken heart. You're the answer to it all.
So we know
Jesus. Waymaker, miracle, you say, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God,
that
that
is who you are.
you say, hey, you say, yeah, 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 yeah.
I want to worship
Hey,
you when
we lift your name. We lift your name. We lift your name. Say, we lift your name. Father, we lift your name. Papa. We lift your name. Say, hey, we lift your name. Hey, yeah,
we lift your name.
Hey, son of name.
Now listen, listen. Now, if you are a kingdom-minded person, when they left the land of Egypt, they were going to the promised land. When they were going, early in the morning, they were shouting a particular name. That was what Charles was saying. You should shout. They should shout hallelujah. Now listen. But then they have to cross Jericho and pass through the gate of Jericho and go to the promised land. Now the people of Jericho, they saw the glory and fear gripped them. You know what they did? They shut the gates. Joshua was panicking. The Lord said, don't worry. What you need to do, you don't have instrument with you. Because when they were leaving the land of Egypt, they did not live with armor. They lived with gold and silver. Those things cannot break the walls. Learn wisdom now. And the Lord said to them, go around the wall for 7 days. And on the 7th day, you shout hallelujah. I just want you to lift up your 2 hands. As you are going this week, there are some certain things they will put in your hand. There are some certain things they will release unto you. My hallelujah belongs to you. I say hallelujah. My hallelujah belongs to you. It deserves it.
My hallelujah.
My hallelujah belongs to
you. Say my hallelujah, Lord. Hey. Yeah, say my hallelujah, Lord. Hey, 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 yeah, my hallelujah, Lord.
you deserve it.
You deserve it, Lord.
You deserve it.
You deserve it, Lord.
You deserve it.
You deserve it, Jesus.
You
Say my hallelujah. Say hallelujah, Lord. Hey, hey.
Thank you, Father.
One more time, one more time, one more time.
I just wanted to lift up your two hands. Just say hallelujah 7 times. Say it. Shout it. Anything blocking you has been destroyed. Bring out your thanksgiving. Bring out your prophetic, your tithes, and your normal offering. And start to wave all of them. Start to wave all of them. Start to wave all of them. God is good. God is good. God is good. I prophesy as you are going, you will never miss any opportunity that belongs to you. And this month, victory is your Lord's. In Jesus' name. Shall we share the grace together? The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the communion of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. And surely His goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Bless us with a number.
Hallelujah. Eh? Come on.
That's why
Hallelujah. Oh. Let's go. Hallelujah.
I want the talking
He's the
drum to beat the drum. Oh yes.
Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah.